Come back, folks. This is Ivan Lazar. All right, we're going to continue with our project and we're going to build on this by adding on a motor mount. Now, that's going to be somewhere inside the project itself. So we'll just get cracking. All right, we're going to assemble a new component. We're going to call that the motor mount. M-O-T-O-R M-O-U-N-T. Okay, motor mount. And okay. Now we're going to build an offset plane because it's going to sit somewhere inside. Right, so let's get an offset plane in. So we're going to turn off the wall just so that we can access the stuff inside. Okay, turning off the wall. All right, and let's do a construct offset plane. And we're going to select this vertical plane that's located there. And from there, we're going to go 28 in, right? There we go. So now we have an offset plane that allows us to draw the motor mount on that particular wall. Creating a sketch, let's select the new plane that we just created. And Fusion puts it in a way that you can now sketch. All right, I have escape to come out of there, and we're just going to leave the wall out for now, just so it's easier to sketch. All right, I'm going to do a 2-point rectangle, and that's going to start from that bottom surface there. Now, can you see that it doesn't recognize that line? So we're going to do a projection P, and let's project that. And we may as well project this as well, yes? So because I think that's, all right, let's project that as, oh, we didn't catch that one. All right, there we go. 2 projected. Let's go, okay. All right, let's do a rectangle. So we're going to create rectangle. We're going to do a 3-point rectangle. All right, we're going to, there you go. So once you project that line, that now appears, that we can now click on it. So do not put it in the center, because then we can't move it after that. So let's click on that, and then we're going to go up there. Let's click one more time, and this length is going to be 44. Enter. Right? So the top and the bottom just basically line up to the bottom of the box and the bottom of the top, right? And that's going to be 44. So we have created our rectangle, right? That's a good thing. Let's dimension this so that we know exactly where that is going to be. So we're going to do a dimension again, and we're going to go from there till that back. Oh, am I able to select it? Let's see. Oh, I think I can. From that, oh, escape. Okay, let's do that again. Yep, there you go. Back edge to that wall. And we're going to make that 38. Enter. All right, and you see the whole thing move, and just so that that's located correctly now. All right, so let's start sketching all the things that we need on this motor mount. Now, this is probably the most complicated one that we have there. So let's get started. Okay, so we need another rectangle. So I'm going to do a rectangle, 2-point rectangle. We're just going to click it there, and that height is going to be 20. All right, tab, and that's going to be 14.5. Enter. Okay, so we got a rectangle there. Now that rectangle needs to be placed against the edge as well, so we're going to dimension from that edge to where the rectangle starts. Oh, no, I didn't get that one right. Hang on. So let's go dimension, and we're going to dimension I'm going to zoom in a bit. We're going to dimension that edge to that rectangle, and I'm going to bring it and put it up here, and that's going to be 4.5. Enter. Yep, there we go. All right, and that's pushed it further back a little bit, but okay, there we are. So that looks a little bit neater. So it's 4.5 from that edge with a 14.5 and a depth of 20. All right, so we've dimensioned that. All right, now let's draw a circle. So click on the circle icon, and we're going to use a center diameter circle. That's perfectly fine. So somewhere around here. Now, it doesn't matter exactly where you put it because we're going to dimension that right after. So the diameter is 7.5. Enter. All right, let's click on the circle to that edge. That's going to be 15. Enter. And we also got a dimension from there to the bottom edge. I'm just going to put it out there. And that's going to be 18. Enter. Okay. So you now have a 7.5 mm diameter circle. All right. Next, get back to the circle icon, and we're going to do one more circle. And this one's going to be a 4.4 diameter. Dimension tool, going to dimension from there to this edge. That's going to be 26.5, right? And from the base, it's going to be 18.5. So that's going to go from here to the base. And we're going to make that 18.5. Okay, all right, next one, back to circle again. So you just place it somewhere there. Diameter of 3.2. Let's dimension that. We're going to make that a 10. Now we're also going to have to place that depending on how far it is away from the other circles, right? And so this is going to be dimensioned from that circle to that line, and that's going to be 36.2. Enter. Okay. Escape to come out of there. Another circle, and let's just draw it there. It's also going to be diameter of 3.2. Now we're going to dimension from this circle to that circle, right? So we're kind of getting the centers of the two circles, and we're going to make that 17. Enter. All right, just moved it up. And we're going to get this one. Okay, I'm just going to move that down just so that it doesn't confuse everyone. Okay, there we go. Let's dimension from there to there. And that's going to be 36.2 as well. Enter. All right. So these are the circles where the motor is going to fit, right? We've done them. We also need a whole bunch of circles right at the top there. So let's move this to this side so it doesn't interfere with our drawings. And I'm going to move that across there as well. And let's move that a little bit further up just so that things are out of the way. Okay, so around here we are going to have to do a captive nut joint. So let's do a 2-point rectangle. Anyway, just don't take the center. Anywhere along here will do. And that's going to be 3.1 tab 8. Enter. Now I just want to locate this together against that edge. So we're going to dimension from there to there. Oh, okay. It came out as a 10. Um, Now it is a little bit close to that circle, so I'm just going to move it maybe just a little bit. Let's make that 11. All right, that's just giving a little bit of gap away from that circle right there. Put it on this side. Okay, there you go. We are also going to have to do a center circle, create rectangle center circle. I'm going to zoom in just so we can see that clearly. Find the center, going down, click across. Then we're going to type that as 2.5, tab 5.5, enter. Okay. Last step, we got to locate that 4.5 from the bottom edge. So making it 4.5, enter. All right, so we have our captive nut. Now we're also going to have to draw in a tab, right? Just so that we can locate that at the bottom as well. So we're going to go, let's do a 3-point rectangle. It'll make it a little bit easier. Okay, so from that edge, right, so place the first corner. Okay, that edge, and say we need that to be a 20, so I'm just going to type in a 20, right? Click, and then come down, and this is going to be thickness. Enter. All right, there we go. So we have an edge. Now, one thing we have with this is that they are two separate components, so we'll have to combine them. So let's do that. So we're going to use a trim, and I'm going to trim that red line. Does it recognize it? No, it's still two different components. So let's go and trim it again. All right, got it. Let's check it now. There you go. Right. So Fusion now recognizes that as one single component. So that's what we want to do. And that shape is looking good right there. All right. Let's escape to release all our tools. And we now need to do a few more circles just at the top there. All right, so we're going to do this by doing the first set, and then we're just going to do a pattern. All right. Okay, so let's go in for a circle and place it anywhere for now. We will locate it in a little bit. Diameter of 2.1, enter. All right, diameter of 2.1. Okay, so let's locate this first before we do. Okay, I'm just need to, let me just pan and bring that up to a nice position. All right, that looks good now. All right, so we're going to dimension the circle to that edge, and that's going to be 2.8. Enter. And from that circle to this circle, right? Now, depending on how you move the mouse, you notice it gives you different dimensions, yes? So move it this way so it looks like this, right? And then that height is going to be 9.5. Enter. Okay. So we've located the first circle. That's important because all the other circles are going to be then referenced to that one. So we're going to go next one. Now, get to the center here and then move the mouse across. You can see that holds the same position, right? So we're going to go 2.1, enter. Do the same again. Hold the center, don't click anything. Just move the mouse across and it holds that position for you. Click, and then we're going to go 2.1, enter. Going to do that one more time. Get to the center first. Don't click anything. Move across. Oops. And there we go. 2.1. Enter. All right. I could have drawn two more circles, but I am going to. Looks like just the way I've placed it. Looks like I made out enough space, but so we will. All right. So let's dimension these. So from the first circle to the second circle, I want a distance of 5. All right. The first to the second is 5, and then from the second to the third, that's going to be 3.25. Enter. And then again 3.25. Enter. And there we go. One more. The last one is going to be 3.25. Enter. There we go. All right. So we've got 1 there, followed by distance of 5, and then a few more that's at 3.25. All right. Now we're going to do a pattern tool, just so that we can create. We don't have to do every single circle. So we're going to go to create rectangular pattern. All right, object select. Now zoom in, don't click the center, click the circumference of the circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, so we've got 5 objects selected. Direction, we want to go upwards, so select any line that's traveling that way. And then of course spacing. Quantity, you will select 3, that is correct. And let's do a distance of 3. There we go. Oh, okay, next we quantity 4. Okay. All right, so that's what we want, quantity 4, then click OK. You now have a set of circles. But I don't want this row, so I'm going to select that, and I'm going to hit the delete key, and there you go. All right, so this is what we needed to do. Okay, just one more thing at the top. We've got to build a rectangle, so create rectangle. I'm going to do a 3-point rectangle. So that's going to click there, first corner. I'm going to do a 10. Click, and then up, which is going to be basically thickness. Clicking that, and enter. Okay. Dimension from that edge to the tab that we did, and we're going to make that 5. Enter. All right, the tab's moved. Nicely done. All right, the only problem we have right now is 2 different objects. You guessed it, so we're going to do a trim. 1 more is required. Okay, and there we go. Ooh. Okay, so that's because of that dimension line. We're going to delete that line, and there we go. That works. Finish your sketch, and we have done the motor mount. Press the home button. There you go. All right, press pull. Now it should select the correct components, and we're going to go select. Oops, that's not what I want. So not that. Select. Yes, there we go. All right, it selected all of those components. Now, if it selected any of the holes or the circles you've done, you may need to go and click them individually to deselect them, or select them if they're not selected. Distance is again thickness. So it's going to extrude into the screen. So if that's not happening, you've got to put a negative sign so that that changes. Click OK. All right, that's it. Motor mount is done. We're going to change the focus back to the main component. There you go, it's all there. Clip the walls back on, and there you go. All right, save your work, and that's the end of this video. We'll see you at the next one.